In this video, I will share with you 5 simple steps you can use to create a customized resume and cover letter using ChatGPT. My name is Jamil Hai, and I've been working in management positions across South Asia, Middle East, and North America for the last 20 years. And my mission is to help you build real life skills for your job and career that they don't teach you in college. And before we proceed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you can benefit like many others from the content I post weekly on this channel. Step number 1 is to make a generic resume using ChatGPT. Let's see how to do that. So in this case, I'm using the example of my friend George Wilson, who has sent me this 5-page long summary about his resume, or you can say like these are his experience details. It's pretty long. You can see it's 5 pages long. And we want to just create a simple 2-page resume out of this because he has put like just too many details into it. So what we'll do is we'll go to ChatGPT and I'm going to type this prompt, which is make a 2-page resume with the following sections: executive summary, not more than 2 lines, work experience in reverse chronological order, and number 3, education and certifications using the following details. And then here I'll copy all that data that my friend sent me. You can see there's a lot of text in here, and we will just put that here into ChatGPT, and then what ChatGPT is going to do is it's going to take all this data and it is going to give us the first version of the resume. So you can see here there's an executive summary. It's a little bit more than 2 lines long, what I asked ChatGPT to do. Of course, we can fine tune these things in step number 5, which I'll show you later. And here you can see his work experience in different organizations and education, certifications, skill sets, and so on. So this is a 2-page resume which is generated out of all those 5-page long details, and you can see it in a much more condensed version. Now the second step is to customize this resume for a specific job description. So what you'll see now is the description of the job that my friend wants to apply for. So here you can see there's a job title, there's a location, and then there are a lot of details here. This is also a little bit jumbled up, but we'll nevertheless use this one. So what we'll do is we'll copy paste this job description. So we'll go back to our friend ChatGPT here, and we are going to type this prompt, which is, now can you customize this resume to this job description? And then I have pasted that whole job description here. You can see a lot of text here again. And then what ChatGPT is going to do is it's going to take all that information and then it's going to regenerate the resume for me. You can see there is an executive summary which looks a little bit different. I'm not going to call out the differences, but it's basically using a lot of terminology from that job description itself. And then it has updated the experience, education, certifications probably are the same, and it has adjusted the skills and qualifications to match the terminology as much as ChatGPT could do. So now we have got our customized resume which is ready in ChatGPT, but it's still not in the right format. So what we're going to do is copy that whole resume from ChatGPT and put it in another platform which is free. It's resume.com. You can, of course, when you go and Google free resume builders, you will find a lot of these. I'm just using resume.com. You may choose to use some of the others. A lot of these are paid because when you make the resume, it will either put a watermark and will ask you to pay money. Resume.com is free from that perspective, and that's why I'm using it. And here you can see that there's an option to upload my resume. I'll skip the sign in for now. And here you can select your file. So in this case, I will select my friend's resume that we created just now, and we saved it in Word. And as it uploads, it's going to basically take that and it's going to convert that into a resume which is looking like this. Now you can change the templates here. If you want to use a slightly different template, it might change. There's a lot of different templates on this page. And the good thing about resume.com is that it's free. A lot of other platforms will be charging you money for this one, but they have got much more, let's say, fancy looking resume formats as well. But you really don't need it. If you have seen my last video, you have strongly recommended keeping a very simple 1-column format like the one here. And you can see that it has taken all that experience and converted it into a resume. So this is the end of step 3, where we started from scratch and now we have got a well-formatted resume. But the next step now, which is step number 4, is to create the cover letter. To do that, we go back to our friend ChatGPT, and then here I have used another prompt where I am saying that, can you also make a cover letter for this job? Simple as that, right? And what then ChatGPT does is that it gives you a cover letter format, and it is all the way here. Now, the good thing about cover letter is that you don't have to worry too much about its formatting. It's in the standard letter format. Of course, you have to customize your name, hiring manager's name, and so on, but you have got very much the cover letter ready for you. So what you'll have to do simply here is just copy paste this into Word, or I'm using Pages here once again because I'm using Mac, so you can use Word as well, and you will have your cover letter ready. Of course, we'll have to modify your name, address, and all of those kind of things. And then, of course, in step number 5, we will also see that it's important to customize this further, because these outputs of ChatGPT have to be proofread, and which is our next step. So now we are at step 5, which is to customize the resume. So going back to our resume.com resume here, you can see, if I want to modify my summary, I can do that by just clicking here. And you can go to experience here. I think it has captured most of the experience really nicely. I think one of the things it hasn't included for some reason is the certifications. So I can do that by managing sections, and I can add a section called skills. And then in this section called skills, I can add all the relevant skills that I have in my friend's resume here. So in this case, I will go back to the resume that we created for him. This was the raw version of the resume. So you can see for some reason, resume.com hasn't picked up the skills and qualifications. So I will, in this case, just copy paste them from here to here. You can see I can go here in skills. I can add each section of the skills. Sometimes there is a limitation of certain characters, so which is good because there's a lot of text in his original resume version, right? So instead of, for example, saying proficient in programming PLCs, including Schneider, blah, 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 I will say the skill is programming in PLCs, and still pretty long. Including Schneider, Allen Bradley, Siemens, let's see if I delete this, and ABB, still pretty long. So I just find a way, just showing you as an example that, how you can customize in a way that it's also short and succinct. I'll say programming PLCs. And let's see if I remove, yeah, okay. This is enough. And then we'll do the same thing with some of his other, I think, hands-on experience on commissioning. This is an important one to capture for the job description that we are talking about. So once again, we will just paste it here. Once again, it's more than 60 characters. So we will customize this one as well. We'll just shorten this one as well. And of course, I can add more as these are required. So my resume is ready. My cover letter is ready. A very important thing here is that don't just blindly copy paste the output of ChatGPT. It can be very dangerous for you, because as you can see in this example, it has kept the company name, some of those things generic. So if you just don't proofread it and send it as it is, that is going to create a very bad impression in the mind of the recruiter for you, because they can see, oh, they have used ChatGPT, which of course it's becoming more and more common, but make sure you have done your due diligence, because if you skip these basic details, there is a skill called attention to detail, which is required in a lot of jobs, right? And if you send an unformatted resume like directly from ChatGPT and to your employer without proofreading and customizing, then it can create a very negative impression in the mind of the recruiter about your attention to detail. Oh, this guy did not even check, so it's just a clear, that's an easy trash. Or when it'll go to an application tracking systems, like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, it's going to reject it because some of those details are missing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I have also made videos on tough interview questions like tell me about yourself or why did you leave your last job, which you can watch by clicking over here. Keep watching.